Morning, everybody. Chad, Adler Farms. 36 degrees. April 19th. Wait, it gets better. Tomorrow morning, you can see my breath. You see that? That's just wrong. There's a chance of snow. A 90% chance of snow for like 2 or 3 hours. Anyway, let's take a look at the raised beds. When it's 30 degrees and 33 degrees and 34 degrees and 40 degrees all week, we haven't done anything to the raised beds. Shocker, it's cold. I ain't doing it. There they are. I'm still holding out on my taters. I figured I might as well leave them because you guys said so. So they could pop up, they may not. And let's check on the blackberries and a few tomatoes. Not looking too bad. Those over there are huge. Oh, wrong way. They're getting big. They're probably also wondering what in the world's going on in the Ozarks. So Mondays, today's Monday if you didn't know. Well, I just told you the date, so you probably didn't know, or you could at least figure out. Anyway, Mondays, we kind of do a walk around and an update. If you didn't see our last video, I announced the amazing, wonderful news that we have a fresh 10 acres to put the beefy boys on. And I'm super stoked about it. So now what we got to do is string up a little bit of fence, and I'm gonna go with the Polywire. Okay, the Polywire, if you haven't seen it, it's literally like a, well, it's poly, it's a polymer, but it's a PVC polymer wire with little wires in between it like you would traditionally think. I'm not getting super technical because there's no point, but it's literally an electrified wire that you can run. She's barking at me because I have this hat on, and she's looking into the sun, so she can't see it's me. You're all right, hang on. So we're gonna string that up. I may do an acre at a time, I may do 5 acres. If that company will call me back, I'll do all 10 acres. I'd love to work with you guys. You're in Missouri, I would love it. I'll pay for it. I mean, I'm reaching the point where I'll pay for it. This isn't even a shout out. I'm kind of concerned that it's really hard to get a hold of you guys. Just saying. Smokey needs her treat. Let's see, look how grown up it is. My goodness. Look at that. Goodness. I kind of wish we would build 2 paths right here for the goats, so this won't grow up, but Smokey, what you doing? What you doing? Here, come here. Gotta eat it like a big girl. Yep. No limpy limpy. Robin, Batman. There you go. Meow. So these are my goats. You're a goat. What's up, dog? What's up? What's up, dog? What you doing? What you doing? Oh goodness, little breakfast burpee. Breakfast burpee. Let's go. They literally play. Morning, Mr. T. They literally play. It's funny. Like all day. Ladies, how's everybody doing? Boo. That's too funny. Let's just get this out of the way. Hey, come here. You got my back? Boy, he's madder than a wet hen this morning. There's one. Good boy. Good boy. Look, here he comes now. Here he comes. My back's turned. I know you guys can't see me. But look at him. Look at him. He's such a punk. Man, he's got some closing speed. Hey, hey, hey. Gee whiz, Nancy. Man, I had a buddy in high school that had 2 or 3 girlfriends at a time. He was never that angry. It wasn't me. That's supposed to keep you from getting over there. But clearly, We got a troublemaker. What the dude? That was like $75. It's broke, but now it's really broke. Goodness. Goats. Goats, goats, goats. I'm coming in. You want food, I gotta come in there. You don't want to be beside me. If you're stuck, I'm gonna have to touch you. You realize that, right? Meh. Okay, a little bit in there. I got another one of these. I'm gonna get it. Dude, you dented the hood. This setup's still working out extra swell. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's feed the hungry hippos first. That could be the beefy boys or the pigs. Holy belly. Holy belly. There you go, buddy. Dude. So how long does it take for these to work? Because man, it's not getting worse. I don't know, man. You doggy doggy. I've kind of learned you can make your cattle call whatever you want. It's going to be interesting because I only gave him one scoop. I usually give him 2, sometimes 4, depending on what the grass looks like. We're going to move him across the street to eat a little bit. Good girl not eating eggs. Yeah, good girl. Good girl not eating, oh wait, you get to eat egg, I'm sorry. It's already in there. I haven't seen Magneto. You raise them up, you try and teach them good things, but at some point they gotta figure it out themselves. Huh. Too funny. I missed them coming across the street, but let's say they were scooting pretty good. I bet they've done it once or twice. Well, hello there, lady. It's funny the difference in 2 rabbits. Winkin' and Blinkin'. I have no idea which one's which, but Winkin' always eats just enough. Blinkin' eats just enough and then dumps it on the ground. It's kids, 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 kids. The goats aren't done eating yet. Did you knock over your food, man? Oh, Batman and Robin. What are we gonna do with you? You're eating, so I'm just gonna leave them alone. But I'm definitely gonna get that other hanging feeder. This thing right here. So they can't knock it over. I think I'm kind of partial to Batman. He wags his tail when he eats. And Robin's a little bit more living on the edge. Now we're all gonna learn if Chad knows what he's doing with Polywire. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the answer is no. Man, that sun feels glorious. So here's the deal. When I got here, I don't know what I told you the temperature was, but now it's 44. And it's actually supposed to be 68 or 70 degrees today. By like 7 p.m. tonight, it's gonna be back in the 40s. And then tonight it's supposed to be in the upper 20s. Upper 20s. Tomorrow morning it's gonna snow. And by the way, I know that Ben and Andrea at VW Family Farms use this same system. And I can reach out to them. I've talked to them before. But I just want to see how easy or hard it is to do it real quick and then go that route. All right, so here's what I did or have learned. The owner of the land wanted me to make sure that I knew where a salt lick was, because the deer, that salt lick had been there for a while, and they put one back there and they put one back there and put one back there. And eventually the deer, I mean, they nest around it, all that stuff, because they were safe. There is a hunting blind, but nobody's hunted out of that for years. The salt lick was to draw the deer in, I believe, just so they could watch them, because you can't hunt out here. There's purple paint everywhere, which, in case you didn't know, purple paint, I don't know if it either means private property or just no hunting, but it means you're not allowed to hunt, that's for sure. Some of Mom and Dad's trees have it right here. So anyway, don't worry, nobody was baiting deer. The beefy boys are right there. Smokey's little red gate, right there. Mom and Dad's, right there. The salt lick is way over there. So I'll bet you I have maybe 6.5, 7 acres in length before I even get to where that salt lick. Tons of room. I've got 1,000 meters of rope, and so 1,000 meters, 2,000 meters. That's like 1,600 feet, 3,200 feet of rope. An acre's 208 by 208. So we should be able to go around an acre once. Yeah, let's start with an acre. So that way I know I've got enough. I just don't know if they're gonna be really pressing it. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're gonna be like, hey, I wanna test this wire. No, you guys are like, set it up first, see what they do, put it in the pen with them, let them learn what it is. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get your way. Will I be chasing cows across the pasture here in a minute? I guess we'll find out. I'm not gonna film myself pounding T-posts and steaks and all that stuff. That's boring. I can't do that. So let me get a little bit set up, and then I'll check back with you guys. Well, okay, here's the update. I've put uno, dos, tres, cuatros, cinco, seis, but I can't find seis. Or siete, nueve, siete, ocho, nueve. But anyway, I walked off. I've got 100-foot tape with me, and I walked off. I shouldn't say I walked it off, I measured it off. From the road, I'm about 30 feet this way. Remember, I got 2 roads. There's one right here and one right there. Use your imagination. I know you can't see them. The man that owns this land actually maintains that road and owns it, and so I can get as close to it as I want because it's his. It's not a public road. I'm about 20 feet off of it, just as a courtesy, because I mean, that's 200 feet to the road going back where I came from. I bet it's another 400 or 500 feet to the next road, which is the end of my 10 acres wide. I can still go. It's crazy how much land this is. But let's just say I can't find my T-post driver or my T-posts. They're literally laying in the grass out here. And of course they're black and green, which, you know, completely contrast the dark shadows and green grass everywhere. The good news is it's 8:45 and I got my steps in according to Garmin already. So that's a good time. All right, check back in a minute. I found my T-post, my T-post driver. I put in, there's 2 there, one there, one there. And then I actually walked off and measured with my tape. 100 feet, put a T-post, 100 feet, put a T-post. So I know roughly right there is an acre. So anyway, I've got almost a perfect square. Perfect, I walked it. So it's at least 200 by 200 by 200. by 200. So it's just shy of a full acre, and it looks huge, which is a good thing. But what's funny is the Beefy boys, I told you they used to be on pasture. At a friend's house, he had 2.5 acre pastures, and they moved like a couple of times. It wasn't a lot, so they really shouldn't know the sound of a T-post and fencing going up. They really shouldn't know that means fresh grass, but it's almost like they're leaning on go because they see me doing something. What's up, boys? Are you trying to eat all that before I move you? Move you? See what I did? I'm funny, dude. I'm funny. You guys are getting big. Getting big. But yep. You guys ready for some grass? Let me go run some string. Hang on. I really did push this little pasture to its limits. And, you know, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. I was getting ready to reach out to other people that I knew had land around me to move them to. Or because they're steers and they're banded and they're not going to, you know, try and breed. I was going to ask a guy who's already got some calves, who's already got some steers. Actually, the guy took remember when I had the rowan ducks? Remember when I had the ducks and I took them to a friend's house? He's got, I think, like 20 acres and probably 10 head of cattle. I was gonna see if I could put my steers with them because he's just right down the road. But this is much better. It's literally across the street. So let me run some of this string and get some ideas. I've got a frontage of 200 feet. An acre's actually 208 by 208, but I've got 200 because I got a 100-foot tape. I wasn't gonna walk off an extra 16 feet. But I did measure from this post and that post to the Beefy Boys gate, and it's 90 feet. So I can make a lane from here to here for the Beefy Boys. And yeah, so that's the idea anyway. And that's how it goes when you're moving cattle. You can have an idea, and even though I've got two, I've learned before, it don't really matter what your idea is, because in the end, those are probably, oh, you guys help me out. Are they 500-600 pounds now? So my idea and their idea might be two completely different things when they're free. So anyway, let's run some wire. All right, so if you're new here, boy, it might be kind of windy, guys, sorry. If you're new here, back in December, let's see, back in October, I hit a deer. And then in December, I replaced my front bumper. And these are two nuts from that bumper install that I didn't use because they were for a license plate bracket. Guess what? Oh yeah, there we go. So I think it's like a 10 mil. It's really popular. You're just a mean old cuss, you know it? You are. We used to be buddies. I used to give you extra milk, sing you to sleep. I could hold you in my arms. But since day one, Brisket, day one, you kicked the crate the whole way home. As soon as we got you out here, you kicked. Then we took you to 2.5 acres and you kicked out there. You've always been a kicker. Today, no kicko. Kicko no bueno. Comprende? So here's what's gonna happen. There's a whole bunch of grass over there. We're gonna walk right over there to it. Alrighty? Let me get you some food, hang on. But it might be too windy for you guys to hear me, but we're gonna get a bucket and throw some cattle cubes in it. This is why it's super important to get in and work with your animals, which I learned very, very early, and feed them through some sort of means of a feed bucket so they get used to that sound of the feed rattling around. So when it comes time to move them, work them, vaccinate them, whatever, you can usually coax them a little bit with some feed. They're gonna stop at the feeder. We're gonna keep walking. Now they're confused. They should keep coming here in a minute. But I've just got 2 lanes. I've just got 2 ropes strung up. This could go really wrong. If it does, you guys will never see this, so it won't matter. But not that I don't share my failures and my successes. Hang on, let's get a tripod. That'll be more fun for you guys. So, no, we're gonna eat brisket first. And somebody might suggest that I use my truck as a barrier and maybe run them with a 4-wheeler. But I've never been around them with my 4-wheeler. I've never been around them with my truck. So I don't know what they would do. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's go. I ain't coming in there pushing you out because you'll get in front of me and then I'll never see you again. I should have got a cattle panel. Come on, boy. Come on. I know you want to. Come on. Let's go. Hey. Yep. Yep. That was an epic fail. So I know what the problem is. Man, that's frustrating. See that? They're not the right size for those. It's not the right connector. I just Jimmy rigged it because it's not grounded out. I mean, it is after Goof Troop ran through it, but these are coated, and I'm guessing, I mean, it's loose too. I can't get it tight enough to what it needs. So I'm guessing the little knobs that I need are at home. So I'm gonna run check. Oh well, there's nothing I can do. I can't change it. I may not be able to fix it today. I may have to call the company and demand that they send me 2 of those. I'll pay for them, but I mean, I gotta have them because I'm just not getting a good connection. You could solder, you could go get electrical tape, you could do this, you could do that. But I want it to be done, I want it to be done right. In the meantime, I may go ahead and string up a 3rd wire. So, because there's no way that should have not shocked him if it was okay. He didn't walk through, he didn't even blink. So, that's not how it should look. He should be almost crying when he hits that thing. It don't mean he won't run through it, but he should feel it. I'm gonna run home and look for those knobs because I know where they are if I have them. Try it again and you guys will see me tomorrow, or you'll see me later and we'll do this the next day. This may take some time, but I know what I'm doing. You guys know that. I'm just trying to do it as safely and as effectively as possible. Not trying to drag this out. I really, really want this done. So let me run home. I'm wasting time now. Let me run home, see if I got those knobs. And I do have a fence tester, so, whew, man, we'll figure it out though. I'll get it. I think what I'm gonna do, they make some porcelain insulators that I can screw into my wood posts and actually make 2 lanes that are charged just like these, because there's no way, hang on. The only break point I have, grass is really loud, hang on. The only break point I have is right here. But there's no way, there's no way that's an issue. And what I may do is they make little wire splicers. You can buy a little tool and crimp that together. I may run go get one of those, and I know it sounds like an expensive project, but It's really not. I actually had the charger. Well, I had the charger. Oh, I had the charger and those stakes already. Like I thought about mowing under there, so that way the grass cannot ground it out no matter how wet it gets. But maybe it won't matter because there's a whole acre. I'll make you guys a deal. We'll either figure this out today, or if we don't, the last half of this video will be Adler. So I know it's windy, but see you guys in a minute. Okay, can you shut it? Boom. Tell Papa.
Papa, coming.
Tell Papa you're coming.
Papa, I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Are you coming?
We had. Yeah, cut.
Nice dinosaur hat, buddy. I like that.
Oh, dirt.
Get it done.
Oh, is that dirt?
Is that little dirt right there?
Oh, dirt.
Dirt.
Now, what's this? Look at that.
This is
Is that a little shovel?
the
I'm
shovel.
gonna put some dirt in the flowers right here. Put a little dirt in that flower. You good? Dump that dirt in there. Oh, thanks. We'll get a little more. Do it again. Get some of that dirt. Yeah, we need dirt in the flower. Yeah, get some of that. Perfect. Yep. Dump it in the flowers.
Good
Oh,
job.
man, Grandma will be so happy.
Case, you want to show us how?
Come on.
Here, can I
Let
see,
Kate, watch
can I see
Kate.
the shovel?
Watch Case do it.
Case have a
See the
turn.
shovel?
Yeah, watch Case have a turn.
Here, look, just like this. Take it.
Put some of that white one out there. Right in front of you. Yeah.
Good job, Case.
You're the man.
Good job, buddy. Say good job, buddy.
It's the baby.
You want a squeeze box?
There you go.
Oh,
The
little go-gurt? No?
I'll take yogurt, honestly.
Here's kind of the skinny of the update. The cows didn't want to go to the new pasture today. That's what happened. Brisket didn't want to go.
Good job.
So,
buddy.
but tomorrow it's supposed to be, when's it supposed to start snowing?
Tomorrow it's going to be 40s or so in the morning and gradually get down to 35, 34 tomorrow night, 32. Oh yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
brought the blackberries on the porch, and we'll have to cover those. Might have to cover them up with get a sheet or something. We'll cover the 3 tomato
Good
plants
job,
up.
Case.
Good job, and then we'll be ready to go.
You smell it?
Smell it.
Smell that pink one. That flower.
Does that smell pretty?
Smell that flower right there. Smell good.
Does it smell pretty?
Smell
Like, I don't know. Y'all
very
smell
pretty.
Oh, it's from
That was Grandma's shoes.
it. I don't know. Y'all smell it. Tell me what it smells like.
Grandma's shoes.
Basically what we decided, since it's supposed to snow tomorrow, I'm not going to move the Beefy boys to the new pasture because I really don't want them to stay over there for the first time when it's supposed to snow. And I mean, it's only like, they're calling for an inch, like it's a 90% an inch of snow.
You know.
But around here, what that means is,
Tell them what the temperature is right now.
right now my watch is 70 degrees.
70 degrees. And
So-
tomorrow night,
Welcome to
we're gonna-
Missouri.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
So,
40-degree drop.
welcome to the Ozarks. What we're going to do is just give them a little bit of a break. And we've got a guy that's supposed to, cheese. We got a guy that's supposed to be bringing us some hay in the next hour. You know, we'll try again on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah,
Friday.
You just can't do the weather. You just got to get a break.
Yeah. So,
Sit right there by Case. That'll be
anyway, y'all be good.
Okay.
Don't work too hard.
It's too hard.
Stay safe.
It's safe.
Wash your hands.
I thought it was.
Wash your hands. He said it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He said it.
What did he say?
God bless.
God bless.
And
Deuces.
Deuces.
Jesus.
They see ya.
See ya.